Why didn't God just destroy Satan right away? Why let him, keep toying with you and attacking you? First off, Satan was not somebody who was created. God didn't create Satan. He created Lucifer, which in the Hebrew means light bearer, bearer of light. He was to create good. He created him as good. He created him to carry light. But what happened to Satan? Because of his pride, Lucifer, he fell and became Satan because he wanted to be like God. God created angels with free will, just like he did with humans. Why? Because he loves us, and love honors choice. So you have to choose to love God. You don't create darkness, you just turn off the light or cover the light or go away from the light, then darkness appears. In the same way, when Satan, Lucifer, turned away from God and went to darkness, it just manifested and he became Satan. People think, then why not just destroy Satan? Because Proverbs 16:4, the Lord hath made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of the devil. God is allowing Satan temporarily to fulfill his eternal purpose. He's pushing people actually towards God, believe it or not, in a lot of ways. Obviously, he's going to destroy him, but he's using Satan to compare and contrast. When you follow yourself, here's evil. When you follow me, here's good. Without evil, you can't appreciate good. Without sickness and illnesses, you cannot appreciate health. Without death, you cannot appreciate life. He's trying to reveal through all this brokenness God's mercy, God's just, God's power. He's continuously doing this, guys. If God was to wipe out Satan at the first sign of rebellion, then that means he has to wipe us out too. God is showing that even he's merciful and graceful even to the devil. If he has to wipe out the devil at the first sign of sin or rebellion, then me and you are cooked. That's a bar. Satan's existence is proof of God's glory and mercifulness. Sheesh, you ever thought about it that way? We would never know the depth of God's love and his mercy if he doesn't let evil, wicked things like Satan and sinners like us to be alive. We wouldn't see the power of God, because if he wiped away Satan, we wouldn't see Jesus fighting for us, crushing the serpent's head in our place, hanging on the cross, understand, going through the trials and tribulations and sorrowfulness, and ultimately being murdered for us. We wouldn't be able to see that stuff. We wouldn't understand the cost of free will and redemption and grace. So Satan, yes, will be temporarily used by God. Jesus came to destroy him, and he will be eternally judged. God will allow Satan for a season or for a few seasons to glorify Jesus forever. So he uses the temporal things to glorify God forever, eternity, for the eternal things. Pretty wild, right?
If Satan fell from heaven and a third of the angels fell with him, why did God not just lock him up right then? Why is he waiting? Why does he get dominion over this world?
We could just as easily ask, why doesn't he lock us all up right now? In fact, let me ask you guys a question. If God were to stop evil at midnight tonight, would you still be alive at 12:01? No, I wouldn't be. None of us would be. God allows evil knowing he can redeem it. If God didn't allow us free will, which gives us the ability to do evil, but also the ability to love, if God doesn't allow free will, then we don't have a moral universe. And God can't redeem anything that's gone wrong. He didn't want to create robots. That's a completely different kind of being than a free will creature who can choose to love or disobey. So God gives us the ability to love, but also disobey, and he knows he can redeem it. He knows he can buy it back. He knows he can rescue the situation for people that want to be rescued. For those that don't want to be rescued, they don't have to be rescued. God will separate himself from them, and that's what hell is. It's separation from God. So God gives us the ability to do what we want to do, and he also comes into this universe, which he did 1991 years ago this week to provide the sacrifice so we can be reconciled to him. Because if he's infinitely just, and he is, he's got to punish sin. And he doesn't want to punish us. So what does he do? He punishes himself in our place. I mean, think about it this way, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone believes in justice. And the only thing you're going to get in the afterlife is either justice or grace. What do you want? I don't want justice. Do you want justice? No. You want grace. I want grace. That's why he came in. So why doesn't he stop Satan? Why doesn't he stop all of us? He could. But he's given us an opportunity to make a choice.
I know he's going to get his justice.
Well,
Satan will.
Everything's going to be done justly. And justice for those who have accepted Christ goes on Jesus. Those who haven't, it goes on them. Look, either you're going to pay or Jesus is going to pay. Who do you want to pay?